Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. I'm going to start out by giving all honor, praises, and glory to the Most High Yahweh, Shemi Shai, Shemar Kadash, and double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well. I wanted to get into the ancient ways, the old paths of the Most High that He established for the earth to be conducted, for His creation to conduct themselves in His universe, all right? And furthermore, how the Most High's earth is supposed to be tended to, all right? And how that's going to be reestablished in the kingdom, and all this madness and this way of living down here, which is really a way of death, is going to be of no more, okay? All this extra shit that man has placed into the mix, it's all going to be rooted out, all right? It's all going to be fucking eviscerated, okay? It's going to be like it never existed. See, the way the Most High set shit up was real simplified, okay? The basics, so to speak, all right? But fucking man, like it says, man sought out many inventions. When you go into that, it goes into literal shit that you invent, okay? As well as goes into like deceit, all right? And fucking pretty much craft and shit like that. But ultimately, all this fucking folly and all kind of shit that this motherfucker put into the society, okay, it's not gonna be in the Most High's kingdom, all right? They had this piece of shit at the gig come and start complaining about this new hire, fucking these stupid ass gigs in these different establishments. They keep getting egg on their face, by in a man's fucking workplace to bring a broad into the scene, right? And you had this coworker over there fucking complaining and shit about the trash work ethic of this new hire hoe. and I was breaking it down to him how a woman isn't even supposed to leave the fucking house, all right? And Lord willing, I get into a whole lesson going into that about how there's a huge outcry on the treatment of the women in Afghanistan, all right? Because since America so-called pulled out of there, all their rights have been revoked. They can't drive, and I don't want to go into it too much because I have a lesson prepared, Lord will, that I'm going to be able to publish, okay? But I basically broke it down to him that a woman is only supposed to be a wife or a concubine. That's her whole position in life, after, of course, being a daughter and a servant to her father and to her father's household, okay? She then becomes a servant to another man. And that's the whole purpose of a woman. Not to be in no fucking workplace, okay? Hauling inventory and shit, okay? Not to be fucking in any positions of authority or leadership, you see? And that way is going to be restored as well. So when I was very briefly breaking it down, the motherfucker started to trip out. So I had to hit him with that subtlety and told him, I don't know, it's just, I'm just old school, And he came back, chimed back with talking about how he's Mexican and how they're traditionally old school and shit, and about his grandfather. But And it had me meditating in the spirit that we're not just old school, we're ancient, okay? Meaning the paths and the ways that we ascribe to of the scriptures, man. The ancient way, all right? Which would be fucking extremely offensive. Which is, it gets these people twisted up, all right? They deem this way fucking pretty much human rights violation unto the woman. Okay, they deem this to be highly oppressive and subjective. All right, but the subjugation, the subjection part of it is righteous. All right, but it's not oppressive. It actually, they've done studies that these hoes are more happy in their mind. They're less fucked off when they're in that stead of being in a servile capacity to a man. Okay? So all this is going to come back the ancient way. Okay? Is that and then if we be those men, the ancients, who were the ancients? Okay? Those are the Allah. It's in Jeremiah 6:16, thus saith Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, stand ye in the ways and see and ask for the old paths. Where's the good way? And walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. But ye said, we will not walk therein. And that's the mass majority of these people. They're not with this way. Okay? It just made the old paths and the good way synonymous. Okay? It just, in the scripture, it is shit. It's basically linking up the old paths to the good way. And I don't want to fucking misuse words, man. Curses to this fucking demonic English language anyway. Salakia, I wanted to see if that was a word to synonymize. Basically, this word right here, the old paths, it synonymized the old paths with the good way. Salakia for the other term that's on the fucking tip of my tongue. But this way, this so-called new way, this new age shit, is extremely fucking wicked. All right, it's really predicated off of what? Do as thou wilt, off of pleasures of the flesh, which couldn't be any more evil, okay, and wicked. Okay, so that's the ways, the good ways that are about to be restored. Sirach 39:1, but he had given his mind to the law of the Most High. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecies. Okay? So, anybody who says they follow the Most High is about the Most High. And I'll put it this way. Anybody who's not is dead already. So they're fucking irrelevant anymore to even speak of. Like it says, don't even trip off the ones that are gonna fucking be destroyed, man. They're gonna be fucking destroyed. Huh? How shameful are they gonna be in the kingdom when they come reincarnated in the in the body of somebody that had to be reborn in the kingdom? That's gonna be an instant fucking shame, man. And fucking instant, like that is a parent, not a parent, it's a low ass motherfucking rank. It's a guaranteed low rank. Okay? But speaking on the ones that say that they follow God, so-called God, the Most High, right? And not follow the ancient past is a fucking liar, man. You see? And then subsequently it tells you, and that is occupied in prophecies. Okay? But look, one of the ultimate prophecies being kainos, the renewal of this fucked up world that the devil the Bible speaks of has completely trashed. All right, that renewal of this world through, and really an opening up of other worlds into the so basically the eternal kingdom of the Most High. But what is that going to come with? That renewal is really going to come with a restoration and a return to the old paths. Okay? So in the prophecies is a return to the old paths. It talks about us remembering ourselves, a book of remembrance being opened unto them. Okay? Coming back. Okay? What does it mean to resound? Okay? Talks about if you don't know where you've been, you don't know where you're going. If you don't even know your fucking your customs, man. This is in Job 8:8. For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyself for the search of their fathers. That's right. Our fathers being us, in a formerly more righteous state, in a state inclined higher, more inclined to the Heavenly Father. Because when you go into degeneracy, which the scriptures tell us that we became as a nation, that we have degenerated, meaning powered down each time in the generations, meaning it says goes into a fall from ancestral quality. Okay, pretty much worse than your forefathers. You see, which is you. So you're in a worse state than you were in the previous generation, and that goes into how wickedness increases. All right. That goes into how the earth has become weaker through age. You see, or primarily, like it says, what's the source of all heartache, pain, death? Is transgression of the law, and at the top of that is idolatry and pride. Okay. But the main thing our forefathers knew, which was that ancestral quality that was so righteous, was what? Allegiance to our power. Okay. Obeisance to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, period, man. Okay. Higher level of faith, all that. But in this time, it's a like it says in this last time, he opened the seals. Okay. So now we're being charged and powered up, even in ways in a higher state than our former selves in this last go around, though, right? And then we're gonna finish it off in Amos 9:11. It says, "In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I'll raise up his ruins, and I'll build it as in the days of old." Okay. So just as it says, the new Jerusalem, that new construction, all right, that eternal empire, the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, that's going to be here forever. Okay, it's going to be a rebuilding of the ancient structure. Okay, structure, not just literally going into like the specs and the blueprints of a of art and architecture and shit like that, of a building or a right. But it also goes, structure is also goes into the intangibles of it. Let's pull that for a minute. Structure of something is how it's fucking set up. Okay, an arrangement. Let's see. Or okay, the arrangement of and relations between the parts or elements of something complex. Okay, so it's not just the physical structure of the kingdom, but the structure of how it's set up, what goes into the inner elements and inner parts of the arrangement of the structure of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is the law, statutes, and commandments. That's going to be in our inward parts, man. That the whole earth is going to have to follow. Okay? And it'll be in that for the expulsion. And that will mark the expulsion and really the blotting out in the remembrance of all the filthy acts that were done down here. That's all you have. This place is fucking drowning. You know, fuck saturated. This place is fucking drowning in nothing but wickedness and transgression and debauchery, filth. Okay, and what has increased that is all the shit here, man. All the extra shit. What is it? New, all the new shit that they added to society, man. Look at for example, just the smartphone alone. Look how much wickedness has been proliferated through the advent of the internet, and then that shit at your motherfucking fingertips, okay, and all that comes with that. You see how much wickedness that's ushered into, that has allowed to be spread throughout society by the way of what? Influencing the masses in an instant. Right? Reach people you would never be able to. Masses of people, really an unlimited amount. In fucking right? In an instant, and now they see and are influenced in that way of wickedness. You see? And that's why this place is one big great clusterfuck. You see, of just of iniquity, really. And with the expulsion of all that shit, that's how you see of how this righteousness is just gonna flourish, man. Okay, and it's gonna be much better than this motherfucker's shit was at. It was a knockoff. This motherfucker's shit was a counterfeit expression of what the Most High is going to set up, which is what? Control the elements. You see? He created this internet and this other shit, AI and fucking 3D printers and all this other shit, so he could just have shit at his fingertips. But we're literally going to be able to create shit. Okay? So with that, may the Most High usher in the destruction, transition us into the end of Esau's age, so that he can restore the old past, man, in the kingdom. And with that, all our praises and glory to the Most High. How about Shemi Shai, Bashim Makakadash, Bakadia, how about Shemi Shai.